Today on Gunslinger Firearms and Gear, we're going to do a 1911 video. This happens to be a Rock Island Armory, but it's not just any old 45, is it, Terry?
No, it's a 10 millimeter.
10 millimeter. And since 10 millimeter is actually legal here in Indiana, which we're in Indiana, for deer this season, thought it'd be a relevant video to shoot. So we're going to take this gun over the hill, we're going to take a few shots with it and see what it does. This Rock Island 1911 and 10 millimeter, it's got a fiber optic front sight, adjustable rear. It's got G10 grips, give a good texture to it and so on. We're going to take a few shots. Malfunction. First shots. Few things I experienced is one, a malfunction. Two, it was shooting incredibly left, and I didn't realize until after I quit firing that the front sight from the factory is incredibly drifted to the right. That's of course going to account for me shooting left. I compensated and hit the target, experienced a malfunction, made it through the magazine. It didn't lock back on the last round, and I'll tell you the truth, I flinched like a mofo. It's not what I always do, but yeah, 10 millimeter is not what I shoot all the time in a 1911. It hit the target pretty authoritatively, and I was kind of impressed with that. But first impressions, you know, I think maybe it needs to be shot a little more.
Okay, this is my first time shooting a 10 millimeter, so this is going to be quite the experience for me. And we'll get it loaded up. See what it does.
Malfunction.
And a malfunction. That is a failure to eject, it looks like. Drop the magazine.
Failure to feed.
Yep, that is a live round. It was a failure to feed. And it failed to lock back open on the last round. Just to see if it locks open. Insert the magazine, drop the slide, and still did not lock open on the last round. I believe this is a factory mag. Also, something else that I noticed is that when I press the magazine release, well, that time it fell out. But before that, the magazine didn't want to slide out by itself. Now it seems to be working fine. My first impressions of a 10 millimeter, I really enjoy it. It's a nice, powerful feeling round, and it seems to make a good impact. Actually, aside from the malfunctions, kind of makes me consider getting a 10mm. And I do like 1911s.
All right, I'm going to take a few more shots with the Rock Island 10mm. I know where it's hitting now, and I will correct that front sight and drift it back to center. I believe just in that alone, it'll hit correctly. I believe we're having a lot of magazine malfunctions, and might be able to get this gun out again and test it with a new magazine. I'm going to take a few more shots. Malfunction. Slide locked, and due to the slide lock itself, it engaged. Drop and inspect. Nothing in there. Let's go again. Slide lock again. Well, at least it locked back on the last round. That's something new for us, but it locked back prematurely. I definitely believe we have a magazine malfunction.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and run a magazine through this as well. Again, see if I can recreate or have any of the same malfunctions that I had the first time I shot it. Drop the magazine. I believe there is a live round in the chamber, so and yes, that was a live round.
Rubber strike.
Another failure. Failure to feed. Now, the gun is not all the way into battery. Didn't chamber the round completely. I'm going to drop the magazine. The magazine is empty, so there should be one live round in the chamber. And I've lost it in the grass. No marks on the primers for those. They just didn't chamber.
You're good.
Okay, I'm going to try to get one full magazine through this if I can. And I flinched pretty good on that one. All right. Okay, I'm trying to drop the magazine. I'm pressing the button, and it's not popping out. So we'll pull it out. The magazine is empty. I bet we have a round here in the chamber. Nope. That was just a failure to lock back on the empty magazine. So at least it made it through the magazine.
What do you think about it, Terry?
I enjoyed shooting the gun. I do like a 1911, and the 10mm was definitely something that was a step up to shoot. It felt good in my hands. If the gun would have functioned better, and I say the gun, but I really think that it was a magazine malfunctioning. I believe that if this gun had a better magazine, that it would have functioned just fine. The magazine felt like it was starting to spread a little bit at the top here, the feed lips, and I think that was contributing to the problems that we were having.
I'd have to echo what you're saying. I think the problems are solely right here. I've not had any other problems with any other Rock Island 1911s that I've been in contact with. The front sight, however, though, drifting over to the right, that's something that can be fixed. But you know, that was just enough right there when you aren't hitting consistently out of the box, having problems like that, that kind of, you know, gives you a bad taste. All of the things I think that are wrong with the gun are, you know, can be remedied. But just my impressions overall, get the sight figured out, get another magazine, and might give the gun another go. But right now, I want to try a few others before I settle on this one.
All right, what'd you find, Jeff?
Well, you know, kind of to echo what I was saying about the sight being drifted, you know, to the right. Of course, that's going to make your front sight like it's going to make an impact to the left. If you look at the still target that we were shooting, shooting point of aim, 4 shots right in the upright right here. And I mean, those are pretty good dings because this is not supposed to take an impact. If from the sides, yes, but right there, no. Most of the shots are to the left. I know I was aiming here when I was hitting this target.
As was I.
And you know, that just goes to show the spread that it gives with recoil, number one. Number two, it really does show that gun shooting incredibly to the left. Every single impact except for one, it looks, is to left of center. Forgive the craters that have been in from something that should have shot the target.
And this is Gunslinger Firearms and Gear signing off.